Okay, we're ready to get the show started. Welcome everybody to the show, KUHS Denver, the Familia. So don't forget, starting on that side, Lenny Archuleta. Right here we got Monet Archuleta, Gia Archuleta, Jared Archuleta, their daddy, and Ray Archuleta. It's going to be an awesome show. Stick around. We're going to talk about then and now. So let's get busy.
Archuleta family.
Gia, Mole.
Where to look.
So, you got wireless mics on. I see you don't want
I do.
to mess up your...
Oh, I think yours just fell off too, though. It's okay.
Did mine just fall off?
Yeah. Look, it's in there.
Just a little ahead of it. I did the grandpa's.
It was good. Just don't breathe.
Just don't breathe so
Too hard.
I was gonna start
You're good.
breathing.
How you all doing,
Action.
KUHS Denver? We are the stream, and we've got everybody here lined up, ready to go. And we've got Monet and Gia, and we're going to talk about then and now. What a show it's going to be, and we can see ourselves right here. So don't look at that too much.
I know, it's like right here.
Look straight ahead. Okay, Gia and Monet have been here before. They used to do it back when they were real young, and I do have videos on that. And you guys remember you came and you did something about nails, and you did it twice.
I do.
And you still do nails, and so Gia, she did your nails.
Yeah, it's like very nice. Birthday nails?
Birthday nails?
Yeah.
Girl, you was all
Birthday
happy.
toenails.
It was well.
Mine too.
Mine too. He did your nails? She did.
A mani-pedi, but it's okay.
I did my toes.
What'd you call it?
Just a mani-pedi, just the
A mani-pedi?
It's not nails.
No, girl.
No.
And so, as we go back in time and we see how far this station has come, we have to give you the tea. It was built that way, and I'm telling you, we were slaying it on that poster right behind you.
I know, I like that.
Slay rocks.
It's
I know,
talking
it's
about
so good.
slaying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so neat that you went ahead and have moved on quite a bit since the last time you guys were on here. You were knee-high to a grass vapor. You were so little in here. So what do you think now, Gia?
I don't know. I think it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and so
I think
now,
so tiny. We were so tiny.
and now?
You're so big.
So big. And yeah, so you've graduated from high
I
school.
did.
You became a cheerleader. You were having a fun time. You remember all those times?
I do.
And I always told you, I used to have these nicknames for you, Momo Josie. And I'd be up in the crowd screaming, Momo Josie! Only you knew who I was talking about.
No, I don't think so. I think you screamed it pretty loud.
And you used to go to the basketball. I mean, you were in the basketball team, and man, that was a championship team. It was so exciting. You know, you were there, everybody screaming for you. Go, Gia! And you were like, oh man, don't talk to me. Shut up.
Nervous.
Shut
Oh my
up.
gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
Tell us a
Everything
little
just
bit.
goes fast, huh?
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
about that basketball team.
I really liked it, to be honest. It really like opened me up and like showed me like I could actually like get it done and not get so nervous or like people look at me or stuff like that. But,
That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's that many people in the championship game, that many people watching you. It's like,
yeah.
dang!
Yeah.
That was so awesome to see that go down. And you, Monet, used to see a lot of the football games. You'd see the all the teams go in there, and sometimes you'd get so, oh, damn, I
I
got beat so bad,
know.
and you have to cheer anyway.
I was still having a great time though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
And,
all of them.
and you guys went, tell us
Well, the
about
word discipline is what I say, like it being their dad.
Discipline.
Well, them, I've noticed that with them too. You guys
Discipline.
use that word. With discipline in them, like showing them like that needs to be done, time and that. No, for real, like even with the cheerleading and the basketball, discipline, hook girls. I feel like.
And discipline.
You even showed me in life, you know,
Yeah.
discipline. Get on time, be punctual. 'Cause
Yeah.
if not, you're gonna be your lady.
Or your dad be screaming at you.
Yeah, we
No
were
screaming.
not a good time. Not a good
All
time.
get along.
Not a good time.
Now, what was
Close
really
on.
also interesting about you, Monet, is that you went to a championship cheerleading setup where you would go travel and you compete against these other schools for cheerleading championship.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So like in every December, you would have like a league kind of, where you would go and compete with all these different teams from around the.
A tourney, huh? Like tournament?
Yeah, like tournaments, and then you would have like different leagues you'd compete in, and then you would place. It was really fun. It was a good time. It's kind of scary, but it was still a great.
And you guys
time.
did some really exotic stuff. It was like nobody thought Thornton would compete like you
Yeah.
guys did. My words, some of your teammates in your cheerleading squad would do these flips and throw each other way up and down all the time, and it was
Yeah.
like wild. It was something else. Now, Gia, you guys didn't have cheerleaders at your place, did you? You had a couple of guys there that were actually cheerleading. Yeah, go Gia!
Well, no, to say something about that, that's one thing I did like about your guys' school is everybody did cheer. Like, when people come together, people are like cheering for you guys.
Yes.
And what's it called? The camaraderie of the school spirit
Yeah.
was awesome behind them. I seen that.
Especially
so in this basketball, yeah, there was a bunch of guys screaming. Remember, like, go, they'd
That's
be
what I'm
going
telling
crazy
you.
hitting the
We'd
bleachers.
go, me, Monet, and
Chucka
Jared.
1, Chucka 2.
Yeah, we'd be there watching them, and then the whole side was screaming like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Then this side
So
would
loud.
scream. It was
Well, that
so
helps, I
loud.
think,
It was really cool.
anywhere.
It was different, And you guys went on to do all these things. Now, your shows that you had before when you first started with me, you guys, I talked you into it. You guys were really little. And I was reviewing them. I was going to have them in the background, but I thought I'd better just leave it be.
I know, yikes.
You did one for Christmas. You did one for Halloween. And you were doing these different shows. And
That's
Gia would
fun,
sit
though.
there.
I know, we would just
We
have
were
a
just
great
talking.
time.
And now you feel free. You can do it much easier. You're here, and yeah. And you made a big part of this, station become alive with having YouTube. And I even told you there was other stations that got their kids on there trying to replicate and do the same thing. And so what's going to be different is they're going to have to try to replicate this, which is going to be very difficult.
I know, it's grown up now.
It's grown up now.
Yeah.
And so that kind of is a segue into Ray. He was in a radio station that was called Grown Folks Radio. It was 92.2 or 92.5, wasn't it? With, Atrius. And
Yeah.
Grown Folk Radio. And so like you said, it's all grown up now. And
The
so
grown folks.
yeah, Grown Folks Radio.
Uh-huh.
And so you girls, you have of course goals and objectives that you want to see, and you have moved on. I mean, you in high school you were doing a nursing program.
We did.
Kind of let us know about that.
So there's like this thing you could sign up for. It's kind of like workforce that you go in after high school. I did CNA, where you actually go into the hospital and you like experience like what it would really be like. It was cool, but I just don't see me doing that long term. It's just kind of like mentally wearing down on you.
Oh, it would.
So.
And so you used to always we talked about this, and you used to have to change the depends of some of these old people and stuff.
You did.
And so I always told you, Monet, when I get older, I'll change my depends. Ew, hell no.
Well, there's a nursing, right? The nursing one is where, that's what she didn't like, is actually going to the house, because they've changed that, right?
Mhm.
Where like, she does, if you do get to the CNA, they put you at these people's house, and it's hard to deal with the family, right, sometimes?
Yeah,
And
it's
that's-
like different ones you could go to.
And it's
yeah.
uncomfortable, like,
Yeah.
I was into it, like, seeing that too, and I see that's a good thing, I wanted to do it, but the nurse, now they make you go home and do that, like you said, the depends, that's hard to do, when you're not used to that, and there's blood, and poop, and all that, that's
Yeah.
hard.
It was hard.
So,
Monet
like,
would come back.
It's a
stunned.
good, well, you're talking about careers and stuff and
Yeah.
moving on. It's just, if someone's doing that in the future, it's just hard. You gotta look into that. If you could get past that, other stuff like that, it's a good career.
Now,
Other than that,
Gia, you have goals, objectives. You're now in high school. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
I know. She goes, ew. But you have fun now. It's actually a different ball of wax going from middle
Yeah.
school to high school. And you
Different
s-
realm.
Yeah, different realm, and you see. Tell us about that. What it's like now being in the high school.
It's so different because you just see like a whole bunch of people like minding their business and doing it in their own lives.
Minding
It's
their
just, like,
business.
crazy.
Mind my business.
Mind the business.
How's business?
that's a good lesson. That's a good lesson though. Mind your business. Right? Even if you don't agree, huh, G?
How's business?
How been it? Let me do that.
She's slaying it though, right?
Slaying it,
She's
slaying
slaying
it.
it. Yeah, so how do you feel about being in high school now? I see.
Teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki chicken. You're so pretty. You're so
Malu.
pretty.
I'm sorry.
No, we should be like that. but-
Okay, sorry.
I know. And so, Gia, okay, so you watched Monet go through high school and she graduated, and she's setting an example for you. So you want to get to that point too. So you have anything in mind? Goals, objectives? Where do you want to end up at?
I want to do something along the lines as like doing the nursing thing as well. maybe not nursing, but like hair or like cars or something like that, just to like make sure I like want to do that or know what I want to do in the future.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good thought. Goals, objectives. Gia, now you see Monet what she's doing now, and she's working, doing her thing. And, you know, she right away went to work, and she's always been like that. She was out
Yes.
looking for a job, and we're taking
Do a
her
plug.
do
Some wings. She's
Some
a
wings.
manager.
Manager of wings and things.
And some cheese fries.
And some bubble gum to go.
Well, that's what she works, you know, so I always love those wings.
And so you two both have these, now look at you now, so you finally, this is the first time, this is epic. We've never had everybody here on one show at the same time.
I
It's
thought
always
they were
been
doing it.
Maybe Ray,
No,
Lenny,
it's
maybe
the
Jared,
voice,
Lenny,
yeah.
or
Mhm.
vice versa.
No,
It's never
two
been
times.
the entire familia that's done all shows.
Yeah.
Now, Lenny used to do Lenny's Sports Talk Show.
Oh, me.
Ray used to be DJ Razor, the DJ Razor Show. And your dad did the Barber Show. And so we were looking at the barber shows, going through some of it, and that was a great show.
Mhm.
And it was like, because it's actually the interaction that goes on inside of a barber shop and all the dialogue that's being blown all over the place. It's funny stuff sometimes. And you wonder, where do they come up with this crazy stuff, you know? And you both have experienced this because you go to work with them sometimes.
Yeah.
You'd sit there and say, it's exactly like that show he did.
Well, the wits too, like having wits with people, like even me and my brothers, like I feel like you have to have that, right, Dad? A little
Yeah.
wittiness. And when the girls, they teach that. It's like wittiness is having fun, and joking, and having like personality. Whether you do anything in life, right? If you're going to in a field of medical or in the barbershop, you have to have some wits, right? Or like you can't have you have to have tough skin though. If you don't, you're gonna get hurt. If
Tough skin.
Well, if someone makes fun of
Someone's
you,
tough.
or like you know, like having wits in life. Like I've been teaching them to have like a little personality and have the wits is good. I think. In any career you go
Yeah.
to, right? Especially with Gia going or like how you're asking questions for them. I think it's funny because if not, you don't have no wits, you're gonna be crying at someone's joke, you know. Or like you taught us, Dad, you know.
And then the
this
thing
radio
that
station, you know?
I do a lot of, and Jared does it all the time with all his people over there, he'll be talking to them and they don't answer, and so he answers for them. And so like,
Makes up a voice.
it makes his voice, well, thanks for telling me that, Jared. Or something.
Well, everybody's so busy, they'll be interacting with you, and then you'll have to add a voice, well, to pretend they answered your question, and that's part of the witty.
And everybody loves that. They start laughing.
Or you get hurt. doesn't
Yeah, you
it?
get all bitch hurt, like
Bitch
whatever.
You said it.
Yeah. You
But
always-
anyway, on that line of the wits or having that with the girls, as you grow older, I think it's good to have that.
Yeah.
In any realm of like where you go, especially a radio station, having a witty personality, especially be online and what you're doing, I think it's good to have that.
And then you, Gia, you've been doing a lot of this, and you know, I've noticed in all the videos, you react, but you do talk a lot in some of the videos of when you guys were first on. You remember?
I think you talk more than me.
Yes, she was. She starts shooting the
Yes,
breeze,
enough,
and she just
Gia.
really start going, and you guys would carry on conversation. And you would talk about, especially the nails. The nails were really good because we were trying to figure out what we can use as a subject line and talk about it. And now, what do you think? If you would ever, and I've always talked to you and you both, come back and start doing a show. And you go, yeah, it would be great. Can I play music? And yeah. And I've always said to come back and try it, you know, and you've expressed some interest. And I thought this would be a perfect segue into getting to do this again, but as an entire family. You know,
I
this is
know.
going to go down as epic.
I know, like all the old pictures up on
Yes, I want to get to you.
The word of the day is epic from Henry Archuleta. We're doing the epic show.
Yeah, I like the word epic because it is. It hasn't
It's
been
true,
done.
yeah.
It hasn't been done.
Well,
And
all
so-
of us here is what you're saying, like all of us doing the shows together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Juice Canooge and Ray Canooge and all the Canooges.
So we always use these names that we give each other. Like I give Gigi Lini. I gave her that sign, and she goes by it to him.
Yeah.
She answers to
Responds
Gigi
by
Lini.
it?
Yeah, she responds to it. Or you Momo Josie, and if I don't call you Momo Josie, it's not your grandfather talking to you.
Yeah.
Like Momo Josie, huh?
Yeah, I
What?
already know who's speaking or who's calling me.
And Ray, we give him a name, you know, and Lenny, we gave him a name, and we gave Jared a name. It was, what do I call you guys?
Can't remember. Raymindy Lewis.
Ramindy Lewis.
Bad names.
Bad names.
Call me everything but bad names. And gerrymander.
And gerrymander.
The Mandarin, the politics.
And then Lenny Benny.
Lenny Benny.
Benny?
I like that. I never heard that one.
No, it's Lenny Benny, Ramindy Lewis, and gerrymander. So there's all these
Ramindy Lewis.
names. I don't know where they come
Come up with all
from.
these names.
Yeah, there was a guy who
Give
used
us
to
all
work
these
with us.
funny
His
names.
name was Bud Teska, rest in peace.
Dang.
And we called him Badinsky. We'd always name him all his names, and we'd come in there and he'd be laughing. And
Well, we wouldn't be nowhere without Bud, without his, with his
Knowledge.
expertise and knowledge with the computer and where the radio stations come.
Brzezinski.
So Bud Teska was a huge part of the first UHS or the GWIS computer family. So God rest his soul. But if you guys didn't know about him, what is it? Gerald Bud Teska, right? Is his name? Rest in peace, Mr. Bud.
Gerald Teska.
No, we wouldn't be
Bud.
nowhere without him. But the girl, it would have been nice. The girls never met him, but it'd have been nice for you guys to meet him.
So
he was
let's-
real witty.
Let's touch on this, where this radio station come from. Now, here's the tea. So you'll love
Yeah.
the tea on this one. So, a long
The
time
tea?
ago, yeah, this is the tea. She's the one who told me. So I
Bring
use
the
all
tea.
these good thoughts. You know, she talked about, we're gonna slay this one.
Slay. We did slay.
We're gonna slay.
That was
Watch.
fi-fi.
Mm.
Not fire, but fi.
It's fine. You know, I know how to use all this new language. You know, it's like, so KUHS was derived from
Look at you.
UHS, and so I'm gonna let you guys kind of will interact with it all. UHS was ultra hyper active. I mean, you have all these names, so you can kind of go over some of them with me real quick.
Do you want us to switch seats?
Yeah, let's switch seats, and you girls stand beside me,
Grab that mic from her. The mic.
and then we're gonna switch microphones too, so that way
Give
we
it
can
to
get the
Ray.
volume going. They were using them to fluff up their face with this.
And then, yeah, give that one to
They're
Joe.
putting makeup on the
No, I'm good. I don't
microphones.
need to. I'll just kind of talk right
Here,
here.
there's a
Yeah.
stool right there.
No, it's fine. I don't need to.
But move
Don't
into
want
the
stool?
stream a
No,
little bit.
Put this on your
No,
chair.
it's fine. It's fine. I don't know.
Go
Cool.
this way. a
You
little.
gotta talk into it though.
This
It's
way.
fine.
This way.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Now you're
Fine.
on. Okay, now we're gonna get the tea. We're gonna get the skinny on it.
Are we
I
doing
was like,
these
am
guys
I
too?
in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
They're close
You sure?
enough. You've
Hello.
You've always done
Hello.
this.
Well, one of the
Yeah.
words was universal
under-
hyperactive soldiers.
Yeah,
And that was
there's
like a
one.
b-boy name.
Yeah,
that
right when I was gonna
The
say that.
soldiers were just something that we rolled by because we were brothers and we had guys rolling with us. It was a breakdancing. And it kind of like evolved to doing video and video editing with Lenny. And that's what I remember, but the soldier one was the one. But there's other ones.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
another one?
Soldier.
Under-
Underground Hyperactive Society.
There you go. like
Universal
society.
hip hop styles. Cause me and this guy were sitting at the table one day after COD. Remember COD?
It has many meanings.
Remember Creators of Dance, COD? And we had
UHS?
that with
COD
one
was
other
first.
person pretty much was, his name's Suro. That guy's RIP to him too, but Ray, it was coming up with other
Another
names.
talented person
Universal
that's not
Hip Hop
here.
Styles, which UHS the original. And then there was a bunch of different names that Jared just said.
And so it was UHS, and that's how it stood for a
Universal
second.
Hip Hop Styles. And universal meant like a diversity of people.
And
That's
that-
what the whole idea was.
And that's how it became
Yeah.
UHS.
Mhm.
Now, you guys were recording your videos, and back then the way to capture was video capture boards into a computer.
There's just even a big old VHS camera too,
Yeah.
to the motherboard.
You carry this big old thing.
They got smaller and smaller, but that's what it started.
Yeah,
which
the
would
smaller
do-
one like this. like
And just
this
the
size.
evolution of the radio station started with a dance crew,
Yes.
and now it's grown so big. Now it's going to my kids, and hopefully even my brother's kids. But it's been a cool little run with this craziness of the
And-
dance to the radio station now where we're at now.
And so what's evolved to now, when this individual named Mudley came to us with this, you remember him? Everybody remembers Mudley.
Yeah.
It was this old codger who wore these overall pants and stuff.
Lenny still wears them. Lenny got his old overalls and puts them on and dances in the mirror and all.
I go in the field with my tractor.
With his tractor.
But anyway,
I don't wanna go into more detail about that.
See, they're
There's-
talking about the
There's more to
DJs.
say
Oh,
about
there's
that.
more. And we can't give
There's
you that.
so much
Cause you know how
more.
you get a, no, I'm not gonna
There's
say
too
that.
much you can't say. I told you
Oh,
guys,
this is
you
so
gotta,
funny,
you
though,
gotta,
you know.
How
you gotta
much
put
the
some.
breakdancing we did.
But it's
all
the
art.
funniness of the wit, so we're just making fun of each other too. So. Go ahead, Don.
I was gonna elaborate on that.
Yeah, go ahead, that's cool.
But I better not.
No. So let's continue on. So okay, Mudley came about and he found this guy named Atreus who was streaming music. It was back when the MP3s were coming out and all this, what was the name of those, LimeWire?
See, we were doing it before Mudley, and Mudley came around. We were doing the DJing, we were doing breakdancing, hip hop. We did art, the graffiti. We did the MCing. We did all. We were trying to do as much as we can. We did other things too.
And then that video capture.
We created the UHS way back when we were in high school. I came up with it with drawing. I would sit there and draw. I'd be drawing in class. And then later on, when we, like he's saying, we would come up to DJing, because we did the DJing, always kept DJing, and then we had this technology, the GWiz computers. Is that where you were at with the GWiz computers?
Yeah, so the technology came in.
We were at the technology center we had right over here in Thornton, and then we got involved with the online. That was when the streaming and online
Morpheus.
Well,
streaming first came out. Yeah.
Napster.
There it was. It was
downloading.
Downloading music, making
We had so many
breakdance tapes. And
massive library of music.
And so what happened and what started continuing on was, Atreus brought us this method of how
as
to
they're saying.
have DJs in all over the world. And it was only 25 people listening. Do you remember that? And so we created that. It was UHS.
Which one was that? You're talking about
Atreus.
Atreus?
Yes.
And on, what's the name of the station?
92.5 Grown Folks Radio.
92.5.
And Monet was talking about, we're not grown up now. So it was like Grown Folks Radio. And we didn't have but 25 people listening at that point because it was so new, so brand new. If you look at the poster, you'll see where they were brand new, where they were doing news stories on us, because that back then was the newspaper and everything was coming about. So from there we created a radio station and put the K in front of it when we created our own. And K, if everybody knows, on one side of the Mississippi is K, on the other side is W. So we put K in front of KUHS, thus creating KUHS radio and TV, which has grown.
I used to be
huge.
like, what? What's the K for? What are you putting a K? What? Not K.
Yeah,
and then you
well,
told me why?
K.
Because by the radio, like you were
Yeah,
explaining.
you have to have, if you're on one side, it's K, on the other side.
So it's our
call letters.
The UHS that we had. It was UHS TV, and it turned the K turned into the. That's what the K is for, because we were UHS TV and the K. That's what the
Does
K
Yes.
K
is
mean
for.
broadcast?
Broadcast,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so this is where we went. So now Lenny and everybody, now you had the skate shop. For all those who didn't know, there was a barber shop, there was a skate shop, there was a restaurant, and there was a computer learning center, which is really, that's
Oh,
where
that's right.
that
We had all
brought
our
us.
businesses.
Yeah.
Shout out to
We were
Perlas
branching
Cafe,
out.
Yes, yes.
large nacho,
Oh
You
yeah.
put
And then
extra
we're
sour
gonna do a
cream.
shout out.
Extra sour cream,
Shout out to
please.
Perla.
We're gonna do a shout out.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Perlas.
shout out to Grandma. Love
Shout
you,
out
Grandma.
to
Why is it Grandma
Grandma.
here? Love
Where's
her.
Grandma?
We're
Pearl's the
Perla.
greatest woman on earth.
I want extra nacho with guacamole,
Smothered
please.
burrito.
And then he would say, I don't want her making my
The
burrito for me.
nachos, fully loaded.
That's
Huh?
so mean.
No,
I
so,
love
no, not
that.
her.
Not her.
Oh, no, I
No
never,
mentions.
I never
No
said
mentions.
nothing else.
No mentions. in
But
there.
the
No,
four
but
businesses
nothing like
evolved from all this, right?
Yes, yes.
From the technology.
We branched out. Yeah.
branched out to the barber shop, to the skate
Uh-huh.
shop.
And the technology was,
We had the skate shop.
It-
We did
it's
all the
gone
time
so
in the
far,
barber
so-
shop.
and
Well,
so
I
now,
mean,
go
going
ahead.
back to UHS, you know, I put a lot of time and
Yeah,
effort,
UHS has
hours,
it.
minutes. They call it blood, sweat, and tears, but it's mostly just a lot of hard work you put into it. And with breaking, like I always thought I would be breaking forever, and I still break when I can, but you know, I was breaking well into my 30s. But UHS, from when I was young,
Yeah.
I loved breaking, and we made the name UHS through the passion of breaking first. And so
Yeah.
I
it was
kept
the art,
UHS crews
our
going
art.
through all that time that we were doing all this other stuff. But breaking was the core of what we did and why we came up with the name UHS. And then later on it became a radio, online streaming radio.
And
and
TV.
Because it was always our
doing-
crew.
Component.
Of course, we were filming videos. I was filming a lot of different clips. It became filming skateboarding, filming breaking, throwing in all kinds of
Football,
funny
indoor
stuff.
football.
Mhm.
too.
I even
There
started
you
getting
go.
into trick shots, and I
That's
would
all
throw it
stuff
all
I was
into
talking
one
about.
video and call it UHS TV.
Now, you
And-
did the recording of
Skateboarding,
football. What was that called?
sports.
Foxy football?
Yeah, that wasn't a part of UHS. That was just a side gig. But like UHS, no, it was.
Got
That's
the
a
car,
segment
it's
in
just-
the video.
Well, I mean, it was
You
something that I
side
filmed
quest.
on the side for a friend. Something that I did through my skate shop. But breaking is something that I kept going into my skate shop from when we were young. and then I kept UHS growing as a crew, which is a breaking crew originally. And then we ended up doing online streaming radio through the skateboard shop, and I had a breaking floor still in there. So I had other breakers that came through and became a part of UHS. And then later on, you know, the streaming radio came around, and we decided to name it KUHS Radio. So here we are, still UHS, just in a different form.
It's all the stuff
It's like
we've
a
done.
branch out of UHS, but it was the core was breaking, and
Talents.
yeah, the hard-earned passion and everything that I put into it. And the name, like I said, was before it was Creators of Dance, which me and or Ray would come up with the names usually. And I'd be like, yeah, that sounds good. And then we changed
use
it.
the
We were
art.
like, COD sounds
Write
like
it down and draw it.
sounds like
Creators of Dance, right?
but it sound like cash on delivery. 'Cause
Oh,
remember
yeah,
COD back
COD,
then?
yeah.
Cash
So
on
we were
delivery.
like, let's change
That's
the
a good name,
name.
too.
But we changed it to UHS, not
Cash
thinking
on
that sounds
delivery.
like a high school now.
Oh, yeah.
So UHS would
UHS,
sound like a high
HS.
school, yeah. But we didn't know that. But we liked the universal name.
Maybe it was in my head because I was drawing. I remember
Yeah.
drawing that name when I was in class. I did this really cool
Yeah.
art on a paper, and I was drawing on UHS. And I came up with all those names, the ones
Yeah.
we were trying to remember.
Mhm.
I have it written down somewhere still, all the
Right.
different
Now, do
meanings.
you remember this too? Monet
There's a
used to
bunch.
go to every one of the shops. She was real little then. Gia wasn't around just yet.
So
Yeah.
much
And
was
so
on
we
the
have
cover.
pictures of Monet in every one of the shops sitting there. She would be in the computer shop.
Yeah, and then the girls
And
girls
but
are part of it too.
Gia
always.
wasn't
They were
quite
right there with
born
us.
yet, and so she didn't quite get to see a lot of it, but she's now.
She's right there with us. She was a little one.
Now she's part of the bigger set.
She's always been there with us.
She goes,
too.
okay, we're all grown up
Since
now.
that
What
time.
happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They
this
carry it
video
on.
behind us here, I'm pointing at the computer screen, but behind us, that's the skateboard shop, me doing head spins in there.
How do you point to get at it, huh?
Yeah, and that's me in Denver, Santa Fe Drive. But yeah, there was a lot of people involved with UHS over the years. I mean, Cody, Darren, certain other people that were in the crew, but yeah, Universal, so it's like now K, Universal Hip Hop Styles. And like I said, Universal meant everybody was involved, a diverse.
And the K like
Peoples.
means media, huh? Like we were saying.
Yes.
It's
Here's what's interesting, like if you
Gone
notice
World
it,
War Gone.
breakdancing
Universal,
is
like the name.
strenuous. You have to be strong, you have to be agile, you have to know how to do things. Same with Monet, when you were doing your, when you're in, you have to work out. You'd have to get up early in the morning, go work out. It's like, Jesus.
I
said,
know,
"Oh
for
my
like 2
God."
hours.
2 hours of working out.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. You gotta work out.
Yeah.
Gia, she's gotta run and 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 run
That's
and
just
run
like-
some more.
Yeah, I mean, it's aerobic activity, and I wasn't just blessed with the coordination and all this stuff just to do it. I had to work at it. So I spent a lot of time doing it, a lot of time. And, I had some people pop up, I don't know, 10 years ago saying, like, where did I go and stuff like that, because we didn't really travel with UHS or go to California and do these huge jams or anything, because I was like, no, I want to do it for fun. Like, this is why I do it. This is from my heart. And so I did do a lot of shows locally in the area.
We stayed local.
Centaurus High School shows, Thornton
Horizon.
High
I think
School
that's why
shows,
Denver
is big
Verizon
now.
High School shows. But this
How
is even when I
popular it
was
is.
out of high school. When I was out of high school and I did shows for
Everybody just wanna go to
different-
California.
different people. I did Quinceañeras, I've
to try to
done
make it.
all kinds of different shows, and me and this guy did a show up in for
Yeah,
Lupton.
he's got recordings, all these.
And so,
it's freaking tight.
all these things we did. Also, we went out and performed in front of a lot of people.
Big
Thus,
crowds.
turning into UHS into KUHS.
Just motivating and inspiring, really. I mean, that's what I really. That's all.
It
I
was
care
like
about.
a fun, like, makes you feel good thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's aerobic too.
like a sport
Now,
almost.
you're
Now
talking
that
about
they have it on the
quinceañeras.
Olympics.
Mhm.
These two, right?
Well, that's why I kind of pointed that way. 'Cause I know
Yeah, these
someone
two,
that went to one
yeah, they
recently.
love quinceañeras.
'Cause
Both
they're
of them.
awesome.
They go dancing and they
Yeah.
do this hopping stuff now. It's like, I can't do that.
I know.
You be doing
They're
it
all
all the
this
time.
new
I know, I be doing it all the time. I'm always dancing. Yo.
You're having a great time.
We're having a great time. And quinceañeras, talk a little bit about how it's evolved into these quinceañeras and the type of dancing as opposed to break dancing. Is there still break dancing going on?
Is there?
In
Oh,
your
they
field.
got those
Well,
little
they don't call it
DJ thing now,
breakdancing. It's
too.
called breaking.
Breaking.
Oh,
it's
It's always been called
Yeah,
breaking.
break, it's
Breakdancing is
You
like the
can call it
commercial
breakdancing,
term.
yeah.
I know.
So
can
you
call
both,
it
you
whatever
just
you want. I
went to
don't
a
care.
quinceañera just the other day.
That's what people
I was
look
actually
at.
in one.
You were in
You
a
know what I mean?
I like
quinceañera.
that. I like that.
Yes.
Tell us about the
Remind 'em.
quinceañera.
She has
That's a segue that you're talking about quinceañera.
It was my best friend Amaya's quinceañera, and I was in it, and we had to practice like every Friday till it like got to the actual event to get our dance down and really like not look like idiots trying to do it all together.
It looks really cool though.
Yeah, but at the end it kind of came all together.
And
Yeah.
you've been to several of them, man. You've gone dancing to them. You've attended them and stuff, and you really like them. I love those
Yeah,
quinceañeras.
they're so fun.
It's just music. It's all
Everyone's
party.
happy. Yeah, it's just like the vibe is cool.
Everyone's dancing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody's dressed up all nice. And now, Gia, they have these other monikers. They have these big, kind of like, big robotic men and all these.
Yeah, and stilts and
In
stuff.
stilts, it's just wild. They bring in all this other stuff that's part of quinceañeras that make it,
A
wow.
big
how-
extravagant event.
yeah. And yours was in Greeley, Colorado, correct?
Yes, it was.
And so you stood up, and how did you feel after that? Man, that was fun.
It was really fun, but before I had to break down because I was so nervous.
You broke down, oh my God.
Oh.
We were gonna give out the tea, but we didn't have to have that much
Oh,
tea.
That's-
Tell us
yeah,
about
Oh
it.
yeah, she was
Much
dancing
tea.
over there. I saw
Yeah,
the video.
she was in it. It was so
I
cool.
saw the video.
It's so cool.
I know, it was cool.
But-
How was that? Was that fun?
Yeah. it was
Well, quinceañeras, I mean, they've always had quinceañeras. And
Where did
some-
you guys rehearse that? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Where did you rehearse that?
We had like a dance studio that the teacher would like.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Dance
cool. Yeah, I
studio.
like dance
We
studios.
go practice at the dance
Oh, yeah, we
studio.
performed,
What
you
was
know.
your name? What was your name?
Starla.
Nice.
Starla taught you?
Yeah, Starla taught me.
They did the
Shout out.
choreography, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choreographers.
Choreography.
Which
Because you go to the
was-
studio and you do.
Ooh,
No, I'm not trying to
wow.
correct you. But look.
Go to bed, old man.
That's my dad here. But no, like, we did the 17th floor. What's that haunted house? 78th floor, 17th floor? Do you guys know?
13th floor.
Yeah,
13th
13th floor.
He's
We
on
did
17th,
the-
and
we
I'm on
did
the
the-
25th
No,
floor.
I
yeah.
did the 13th floor with my boy Marcelo and a couple, the crew from, what was their names now? But we performed at a lot of different places. I can't even recall right
Recall
now.
the different places.
Yeah. Oh, we did a show at
Yeah,
Skyview
I
High
think
School too.
Skyview.
Oh, and a Jewish wedding.
And a Jewish.
Yeah.
No, you guys weren't there. No one was
You
there.
called me to go, and I tried. By the time I got there, he was already done. I couldn't find the place, and I was
Oh, really?
trying
Was
to get
that
into
it?
this Jewish place. And all these Jewish people. Are
They say, hey, you're not wearing your
yeah,
hat.
yeah, yeah.
Well, they
had
wanted
the
me.
hats.
I hired this other
What
guy,
was that kind
this
of
Denver
event? What do they
breaker.
call those?
Huh?
What is that kind of event for the Jewish people? What
It was a wedding.
It was a
But
wedding.
see, it was women on this side, men on this side
Mm.
of this sheet.
Yeah.
So we
Well, he's all,
basically
"Come on over
performed
down
for the
here." I
guys.
got over there. He was
You're
already done.
performing for guys.
No, like they were like, yeah, you know, and
Well,
it
they were
was.
having a great time.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well, I
great.
guess stick up for
I would
it.
say
Yeah, that's what I was
it was a
thinking.
cultural.
Yeah, there it is.
cultural thing
It was
for them,
different
and
culture. It was, but it
He
was
goes,
cool.
oh,
It was like
before
quinceañera.
before I pay you guys, you guys do something. And my friend that I had was younger than me at the time, could do head spins real good, so he did them, and we got paid because of his head spin. And then we went in and did the show.
His head spin.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were doing all kinds of shows that people kind
But
of
they
didn't
love
really
those
know about.
certain
Even
ones,
later
huh?
on, right before KUHS became the streaming radio that it's become now, thanks to Henry keeping it going.
And there's been a lot
cool.
of things that we've done as a whole group. We've traveled out of state. We've gone to these big events and stuff like that, like for the big Bianca's rest in peace. Her
Yeah,
big old event.
R.I.P.
That was really
California was
cool too.
awesome.
So, and then.
Well, are you talking about her party? Her party was
party,
crazy.
sure.
And then the helicopter came in with a
police
spotlight.
helicopter. Police
We
helicopter.
braked at that party. I mean, we didn't really break in contests outside of state though.
You were just
We
putting on
didn't.
a show.
We were just breaking there, yeah, like before the party got out of hand.
Gosh.
We were trying to
Police
lynch everybody out of the
helicopter.
house.
Los Angeles police helicopter.
It was a massive party. It got
Stop
out of
it,
control.
guys.
The
They had to
police
stop it,
come
yeah.
with the
20 cop cars
helicopter with
came
the
in.
spotlight.
We're not supposed to give
I'm
out
out
this
there
tea.
looking at it.
We're like
Too much
supposed
No,
to.
too much tea.
Oh,
Too
there
much
he is.
tea.
I had the keg. Remember, we were like fighting. Everybody had the keg.
So you two flew out too. You went to same place, California.
We did.
And so, and
Recently.
yeah, and
Yeah.
their flight, Monet said that was a smooth flight. I really liked it.
Oh.
No.
She was like,
There's
oh,
no-
fudge,
No,
mother
literally.
fudging.
There he is.
What is with this thing?
Well, it's because
Oh
I didn't
my
know they
God.
fly when you're
Over
coming
the-
back. You go over the ocean and then you turn around.
And
Yeah,
come
the-
around.
Oh, I
I thought
heard
they were
about
taking
that.
me
Yeah.
You gotta
somewhere
have,
else.
you
I
gotta
think
have,
too.
you have to have lift.
They said because the air is too
Yeah.
the wind.
Yes,
Ah.
you gotta get out of the wind.
Okay, but I
That
wasn't
scared me.
prepared for that. But it was cool.
I
had a good
wasn't
time.
prepared for that. But it was fun.
No, yeah,
It was
it
an
was fun.
experience. And
See, when we flew out, we went
Looking
into
over the
this place
ocean.
called Ontario Airport. So
Yeah.
we didn't fly into LAX. You guys were flying in out of LAX.
We went in
yeah,
the
we,
small-
that's
we
right.
went in a
we were in
smaller
a
jet.
different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we were in a smaller jet that flew in and out of Ontario Airport. Kind of like how Rocky Mountain Airport's become.
That Rocky Mountain
So you
Airport.
fly to DC,
the
it's like
bomb.
that. You go over the
Yeah, it's a
water.
nice airport.
Mhm.
You can get flights out of here to LAX, Texas.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
touch a little bit on the Lenny Sports Talk Show. Then we're gonna go segue into DJ Razor, how he had a 2-hour show with all his hip hop music. It was really clean. It's still in here. He always says, "Are you playing my music?"
What-
I
I mean,
said,
you
"That's
might
your
wanna
music."
stop
Still
this.
playing.
Yeah. Why are you into all my music?
Like we were talking about MP3s
Him
at the
first.
beginning. Remember, I had
Yeah.
the massive library, and I'm like, over time, it gets moved around, or people use it, and that's why I'm, oh, you still have my music, but there's so much music. But yeah, I used to be so much. I had so much, and it was. a
Well,
massive
Tupac,
library.
you had Tupac, Biggie Smalls, you had all these
all
different,
kinds of hip hop,
all types of hip hop, and so.
underground,
Mhm.
dance music, rock music, all my favorites. But then I had every other kind of music you could think of, all the most popular kind, because when you would DJ live, what I did, I was a mobile DJ with my truck, and I would drive around with this mobile setup. It looks similar. It was just like this thing here we have here with our lighting setup. I had one, and it had all these cool lights to it. I would go live, and people would hire me. I did weddings, all these different parties.
That's where you got all the music too.
You had to have all kinds of music, and I had 2 computers. I had my mixer. I had the whole setup, screens.
And then they come up to you and
And
request
then
a country song.
And then you
Hey,
would have all the
can you
music
play
in the
this?
world, and then they would request something. They were like,
You didn't
"Oh,
have?
you don't have," or
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah. But
don't have that
nowadays,
one?
now you could just get.
I
on
got a
your
million
phone.
songs that you want to
Yeah.
hear.
Now
George
now I
Strait
just download it.
from
People are like,
1952?
George Strait.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like all odd, like,
George Strait.
oh, you don't have. And of course, you gotta have Sade. They'd always want Sade. Or
Yeah,
what's the other
everybody
one?
likes
One
Sade.
time they were after Queen. They wanted Queen. I'm all Queen. I'm all, oh, where's my
Queen.
Queen?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got
have
Queen.
Oh, there it is. There it is. On my other.
How come you haven't played my song? Well, there's 13 other
Or give me a
people want
CD and
songs.
I'd put on. They'd have this messed up CD player, or so I'd have to use my old school DJ turntables.
And then as being a DJ, you have all these people requesting. You have a drunk girl always coming up there with a glass full of beer. Can you play this?
Back up, back up.
Back it, yeah.
You gotta keep them back.
Oh.
You
They'd
have to
always
keep
come
them
up
back.
in the front.
Yeah, always come in the front with their somebody will come with the
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
all the time. Every DJ
You know, I
who
said
comes
they
in here,
say
they all
keep the
talk
food
about
back.
the same thing. Stay away from the equipment.
I know, but I wanted to play
They
the
come back
song
there
for
like you
Renee.
say with the beer, and they're like,
Renee's
"Oh,
over there,
this
and I
one."
wanted to play a song
Oh
for
my
her.
gosh.
That happens to you guys, right? Like who played? Okay, so Gia, you were at the quinceañera. What DJ played? What they played?
They played a lot of music like now.
Like hip hop now.
Yeah, hip hop now, like Sexy Bread.
Yeah, like Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Bad
Sexy
Bunny,
Red.
Sexy
I thought you
Bread.
said 60 bread.
No, Sexy Red.
Sexy
Oh,
Bread.
sexy. Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
Like popular songs that
Yeah,
be
bro.
on the
That's
radio now.
controversial right now.
Yeah.
I know.
I
Some
know.
people like it, and some people are like it's ratchet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
but I feel
both
like it depends,
opinions.
like the
How
people
you-
there.
Yeah, it's not a
True,
big
true.
deal.
So they're having a
Like
good
we were
It is
time.
what
talking
it
about.
is. As long as they're like dancing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or were they saying, "Oh, here comes sexy red"?
No.
You get all the
Well, they
people,
had
the young
those,
people
like,
out
They
there
had
dancing.
Bad Bunny and like Nicki Minaj, like the head things, like where you put
People
it on.
dressed up as them.
Yeah.
No,
Like
sir.
dancing around.
What does he have a
With
new
the
song
music.
with?
No,
No, I don't
but they
know.
were just there.
Having a
Having a
great
great
time.
time.
What did they
Yeah.
have?
They had Nicki Minaj and Bad Bunny and a robot.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was telling you. They have
A
these
robot.
these
Yeah, like a
robot
big
looking
robot.
things, a big robot, and they come walking out. It's like.
Oh, I thought I saw a robot in the
Yeah, I
video.
told you.
Who
And,
showed
like,
me that
dances
video?
and
Was it
stuff.
Jared?
Yeah, he was taking videos of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who showed
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Oh, what
And it
is
was a
this?
robot. I didn't even know what it was.
No, yeah.
Yes, it was very fun.
Yeah, but Ray started the radio in the skate shop. That was the first time,
That
right?
was 92.
When you used to do the radio?
92.5 Grown Folks Radio.
Right. But
Yeah.
then it went to, you brought it back out in North Glen. It's been 10 years now, huh?
Yes.
10, 11 years?
Yes. And so it's 11 years now. We
What's
had it
that,
going
guys?
for 13, but
The whole
we
radio
went off and
station?
on,
Streaming
yes.
radio.
Then we had it up at another studio.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Because
that.
I was thinking, man, we're not long DJing longer than that too, or.
The studios, we'll
Almost
give them
seems
an
like the
idea where the,
timeline.
yeah, where the studios went. It started there.
20 years almost.
Mhm.
Yeah. It started
Yeah.
in Lenny's skate shop and was in the backside back there.
But
was
as
organized.
KUHS,
Yeah.
or as this, how we have it
Yeah.
now, it just.
Well,
You
no,
were
it
just
went
DJ
to,
Razor.
It turned into KUHS.
well, it
Yeah.
went to the 115th
Yeah, yeah.
Studio.
studio where we had it going there, and then from there it went to, no, we didn't go to 104th, did it? It went to Melody.
Melody. Did we have it
Yeah,
on
oh yeah,
104th? We
104th.
didn't
And
have
it went to
on 104th.
Melody, and we were there for 6.5 years, 6 years. And then now it's in this new studio setup where it's advancing even further than we ever imagined. And so now, like I said, with the advent of all you guys and the girls behind me, you know, pushing on this thing, it's you get to know who was behind this, and so you never have we had it all together.
I went behind the scenes for a while too, and like
Behind the
you said,
scenes.
all of them, we're all like that. We
All
like-
behind the
we don't
scenes
come
now.
out as much as we used to.
What's funny is Lenny, I'm not moving no more stuff.
Lenny.
Oh,
Moving
just
what?
moving.
What?
Moving
I just,
on.
who doesn't not
Well,
like
you know he's
moving,
doing
though?
it.
Nobody likes
Nobody
it,
likes
and this
moving,
much
so.
stuff. You guys.
We moved a few times.
Yeah.
So that was hard, but
But you moved this.
Moving's tough.
You moved this, and it's like
I'm
you
always
guys,
like, no, I don't want to do
I
it.
don't want to. I gotta go get some
But
grub.
a lot of people can relate to that, so I don't feel bad about that.
Moving.
It's
Moving.
tough.
Yeah, I know. But now look at our studio.
Yeah, this
so
is
now
really
you see
nice.
Monet and
Look what's
G.
coming out of it.
When they used to do their shows, they haven't
Hard
done
work
one.
that
It
you were
was
saying.
4 or 5 years, I think it's been since you
Blood,
guys have
sweat,
done
and
one.
tears.
And we were trying to determine how old you guys were in
True.
some of those videos. And do you remember how old you guys were?
No,
No.
I can't remember the last time.
Yeah,
Me
it was
neither.
Yeah, they've been
about
doing it
4 or
for a
5
while.
years.
Really?
Yeah.
55 ago.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. If you show me the video, I probably remember.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. Like,
You
top
can't
of my
remember the
head.
time.
No.
Where'd
And
you
so
go?
it's been a long time since you guys have been in here. And there was a point that I was trying to get you both to come and do a show for a special, and you guys almost did. And you says I can't. And Gia always knock it off, and I said, oh come on, you guys.
Yeah, I think when we would go and just like hang out with you, you'd be like, let's do it, and we weren't like prepared or anything.
No, I know.
They were in pajamas.
I
So.
know.
Yeah.
They know how
Oh my
to
God.
flow with
They'd
you.
always
like
look
they,
at me
we
like,
always
Grandpa,
do. We
no,
just
what is
go,
wrong with
just
you?
do
I
it.
go, come on, let's
That's
do it.
I know
awesome.
Grandma would be saving me.
Saving
Thanks,
me.
thanks.
Thanks for saving.
See, so they're ready for it too, because
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, you know, Dad is. He's like, right off the bird, like she was saying, just do it. Like you want, oh, I'm not ready. I
Yeah,
want to
like,
get
to be
clean, you know,
prepared.
fine. You know?
Improv
Yeah,
is
and we would just get it down like you're saying, improv.
Improv
Get it down.
is the most special way to do something like this. And if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to KUHS Radio TV Denver. And we're streaming the who and what and where is behind KUHS. And this is the familia that have put this all together and have held it up. And you know, you don't know that they're behind the scenes, but they're all there. It's like, I try to talk them into shows, but Lenny, let's touch on your show, the Lenny Sports Talk. And man, that was a fabulous show that you put together, and it was going pretty awesome. And it was a time where one of Denver's best boxers was out there in Las Vegas, and you guys grew up with them and hung out with them. So tell us about the Lenny Sports Talk show.
Yeah, I mean, I always loved talking sports, and I always loved sports since I was a kid. So I just decided, since we had the platform of KUHS streaming radio, that I'd make a sports talk show. And at first, I'm like, what should I name it? I was like, what should I name this? I was like, I'll just call it my name, I guess. So I just said Lenny Sports Talk
Sports.
Show, because that's a lot of sports talk shows. They'll just use their name, first name or their last name or whatever it is, or their nickname. So I was like, I'll just call it my name. And then I'm not sure how a guy named Chris Christianger got involved, but he was my co-host. My brother Ray was
Because
also
I
my
think he
co-host.
jumped in because I was first, and then I couldn't make it as much as I wanted. I was doing things at that time, so then Chris Christianger came in.
But I can't remember if Jarrett was giving America and I asked him, or what the case.
Because
But he had a
knew
real
about sports too.
Yeah, he had a real deep
Oh,
voice. He had like a radio voice. I was like, come on, come in. But, and then our friend Johnny too, he would come in. I remember one time it was me, you, Johnny, Chris, and me. And it was a great show. It was a great time. It was when the Broncos were winning a bunch. They had Peyton Manning. I wasn't really a fan when Tebow left. Colorado, so I would always talk.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
where
still
that
kind of
was?
not a fan of the Broncos. 'Cause they got rid of my boy Russell Wilson.
He's a fan, but he's like,
Anyways.
mad
They also gave you to go to Mike Alvarado when he came to.
Yeah, I remember when Mike was fighting, and I was excited about
And we
that
got,
for him and for
passes.
Colorado. Yeah, we went to the First Bank Center. We saw him fight Ruslan. I'm gonna try to butcher his last name, Provokanich, or whatever. He's a Russian fighter, and yeah, it was a good time over there. It was not the fight that probably Mike wanted or any of us wanted, but it happened, and that was that. It was a fun time
Who
to
was
kind of
the-
try and cover it. I didn't cover it 100%. It was kind of me getting my feet wet with it because I never really did anything like that. It was more talking sports, but then we would get the passes to go in to the fights and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it was a great time for Mike, and well, I mean, he had the loss and stuff, but it was a.
He was
That's
fighting,
when he was,
what was the
he
guy?
was
he
doing
was
well.
it,
Yeah.
What was the guy's name from California that was
And he used to
fighting?
breakdance with us so, when we were younger and stuff. So, and he was the first breaker that I saw do windmills. Him and Steve Rich,
He used to break.
Mike,
I forgot
Steve,
about that.
my homie Cody. You know what I mean? Those are the first people that I saw breaking and doing good move. Josh Cordova, stuff, people
Remember
like that. Cody Walmsley, say his full name. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but it was a big inspiration. These people were inspirations
That's
to
all right.
me
They're cool.
start breaking. And that's where this all came from. the name of UHS.
UHS.
Not
Yeah,
the
Cody
Dream
was
Radio
part of
comes
it
from
too.
Henry Archuleta.
We had other guys that were in our crew too. That were,
Yeah.
shout out to them also. Cody,
Yeah.
who else, man?
Now, what's so interesting
Darren
about this
Chris,
station is
Chris.
the advancement of the technology
The new
to
crews.
be the vehicle to push this
Bridge,
Everybody that was part of
Jacob.
it.
And the technology
A
behind
bunch of other people too.
pushing
Yeah.
all this big
Lex,
media.
Lex
yeah.
worked with us.
So it's like you guys
Shout
now
out
get
to
to
all our friends.
show all this stuff off, you know what I mean, and to have these shows to talk about what you were talking about right now with Lenny Sports Talk and DJ Razor and all the different things, Monet and Gia. You guys would do these specials, and we would just wing it.
Yeah, we just go talk about whatever's happening that week.
Yeah.
And it was cool because you guys would be able to come up with it. It was improv, and I would just give you a line or two, and you guys would just start talking about nails, and, just doing,
I know, huh?
talking about whatever you thought would be nice. to
And right
talk
away
about.
that gets popular, huh?
Yes, it gets real popular, and you get involved, and they were part of the pushing of this setup. And like I said, other stations started doing the same thing,
So the same,
getting their kids on that
yeah.
show. Look at they're getting their kids on there and trying to do it too. It just didn't work.
I know how we had to come up with a new show.
Yeah, a new show every time. It had to change up a little bit. And so, with the advent of technology, now we're able to push this thing all over the planet. And San Francisco, Minneapolis, Tel Aviv, Lyon, Temecula, all over the planet. It's just rolling and rolling and rolling. Of all the different people who listen to this station.
Shout out to Antarctica.
Antarctica's on there.
The aliens in space.
And
Mars.
you look at the
Yeah, they hear us out there. too,
atmosphere of this new
Ceres colony. They don't know what I'm talking
who has
about.
got
They're
it?
just like, huh?
outside all the ice walls out in the rest of the world.
And I hope you're not talking about the ISIS coming to the media.
ISIS?
Oh,
You
I
heard
hope
they're
ISIS?
coming to get
Oh,
us.
we don't dabble in that type of stuff.
Nobody likes to dabble. No, we try to keep the politics and all that stuff out of the shows.
Nobody likes to dabble. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Dad.
No,
He's a
we're
good
all
host. This is my
He's a
dad.
good host.
Great host.
Well, it's improv. It's like it's.
And
putting
see,
it
that's the
together.
thing too. Did he talk about that? How he brought his business, his talent all into this. with,
Well, it's
like it merged. It was he had Archuleta Promotions and all his bands and everything he did before that, and it merged with UHS.
And we
I
can
mean,
talk
it's
about
like
that.
we
Yeah.
got strong with all of it. It's like, and it's part of what it is also with everything.
Yeah, we used to go to
We watched
see my
him.
dad
Yeah.
play drums
We looked
at
up to
weddings
him.
and stuff.
He was the drummer, and they had the bands, and they would perform in front of
We'd
everybody
just be
live.
running
And we'd
around.
see him doing like what I do as a
Running
DJ,
around
he'd do it as a
rampant.
band.
Not
They
even.
even did do a DJ, and they said, I'm like, what you didn't do DJ? Yeah, we did Lips Disco or something.
Yeah, it was called
I go disco.
I was a DJ back in the day called Lips Disco.
These girls are like, what, disco?
Lips
Yeah.
Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
My dad used to
No.
my dad used to sing Michael Jackson to people
Yeah.
in bars and stuff.
We all love them.
People don't know about
These
that.
girls love 'em
I
too
know,
now.
it's
So to let you know,
With
Arch
long
Leather
hair.
Promotions goes back 50.
Oh yeah,
years.
remember the long hair he had?
Yeah.
It goes way back if you really.
50 years. That's and we celebrated the 50 years just this last October.
Mm.
50 years in the business of Arch Leather Promotions and bands and booking bands and all the music. We've had some exciting talent that's been coming into the studio. We had Rocky Duarte, we had Ernest Washington singing in here.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
my Lord, these.
Maybe that's why Lenny's over here getting you some mics. We got some, cause to get that
Yeah.
clarity, that
Yes.
sound.
So if you look at the mics, we do have mics. We are mic'd up.
That
and
guy was
mic'd
over
up
here
like that.
singing, it's so crisp.
You've
It's
been
so
using
cute.
it, so you've
Try
been
to
using
tap
it to
my mic.
brush up your
Thanks,
face.
you're like, yeah, you need
I was wondering where that came from, but I watch football where they show the videos after they splice them up with people mic'd up. It's pretty cool.
Spice them up. I know you brought it in. So I'm gonna get a good camera. I'm gonna get some mics and then I'm gonna record this.
I just wanted a
Here's
copy. You
prepared.
know what I mean?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
it's-
because you're recording right there too, no?
yeah, you
Yeah,
got his camera.
that's
Oh,
what the mics are
that's my
for.
bad angle.
So
now.
all over this.
Oh, you got all
this
this all
studio-
on
angle.
all over the studio, we have the
I'm over here
cameras.
like
I
we have
really
the
know where
microphones.
else
I
to set
forgot
it
this
up.
angle right here.
Mhm. So
I guess
we
I
do-
could have tried like in the middle there.
No,
Put,
no, you're
no.
good.
I just, I
There's
forgot,
just
so I should have been
there's
in the
too
right
much
spot.
stuff, that lighting and stuff, so I was like, ah, that'll be fine right over there.
That's cool.
the production.
The
The production is high in here. I look.
I know.
That was like, these lights are gonna make you look amazing. I was like, right, because they.
Do they?
Do
Oh,
they really?
oh,
No,
no,
they do.
I swear
They
Yeah,
do.
and I told him, I said, these lights, there's softening lights that you don't
Like
have
on
to
the
filter.
screen.
You don't have to, let me filter my face. You just look at somebody, they're all filtered out. You see them in person.
Filter this
no.
out, filter it.
Catfish. I'm not going out with you.
Oh, catfish.
Yeah.
No, catfish. Hey, they didn't look like you. Like,
Would you guys say?
They
Would you?
fixed me real tight. Like, no.
Yeah. Would you guys say you ever been catfished? Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I mean, where are we going?
Don't frighten
What
me.
platform are we going back to?
Oh no.
'Cause we go back like 25 years now to AOL and stuff.
I was thinking. remember
AOL,
MySpace
Lord
and
of
shit?
mercy,
Yeah,
that is
way back.
wild.
You
AOL.
lost me. I don't know.
No,
Lost me at
they
8.
don't know.
Yeah, we're talking
Yes,
dial
true.
up here.
Mm.
Chat rooms.
Chat rooms.
Everyone knows about
Remember
those.
that?
Yeah.
And-
Those were fun.
Wow, this is high tech. When that.
And so now it's all texting. You see everybody looking down. Just call them on
Yeah,
the
that was
phone. Hello.
Call them. Yeah, that'll take you back real quick.
There was this one
Nobody
guy.
will answer.
They
Well,
won't
no, there's
answer
one
that. I
guy,
don't
he
never
gets on the,
answer.
he gets on the
Phone. I don't
train,
get phone
he
calls.
gets on the phone and starts really talking to his wife, saying, I'm running a little behind, you know, and he's really, I know babe, I love you and all this stuff, and, no, I wasn't talking to her, no, I was talking to the boss, and, no, it wasn't my secretary, yeah, and then this gal sitting next to him, and she just wanted him to shut up already, and he keeps going on, no babe, I'm coming home now, I know it's a little late, so she reaches over and says, get off the phone, get busy, get back into bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she wasn't she just did that just so he'd shut up. Right, we hung up. I gotta go, babe.
Oh my god.
He never got on that phone again.
Ever.
Right.
Right. She should have mind your business.
But she wanted him to shut up in the train.
That's I don't know.
Shut up.
So there's all these
Yeah,
variables
that-
with texting, with these phones, and phones are just actually mini computers. They're iPads,
That's like
mini
turning into-
iPads
Yeah.
with phone capability. That's all they are. And you can sit there on your computer and do all these things and create things. And, you know, you can start your car with them. You can fly
Everything
a jet
with
with
them,
them.
like.
Yeah, it's like, it's the technology that's out there that has pushed KUHS to the extreme. And our technology is, if you look at the studio now, it's a completely different studio than you've seen before. If you ever come to this studio, if you're ever invited, please come to see our studio. It's all high tech and some of it's run by AI. Like if you look around, it's all run by AI. I don't even have to touch
This is
nothing.
the
It just-
AI ray.
It touches
It's the
itself.
future.
It's the future.
I was
This
just
is
looking at
really
your-
an AI
Well,
version of
I got the new
Video.
app, so you say it was.
No, no, I was just looking,
can-
because this is live and this isn't, so when I go
No,
and
that's live.
try and reference that, no.
But that's behind.
Yeah, so I can't see myself, so I'm like, trying to like gauge myself on
I
how,
was too.
how
I
I'm
was
like,
like, why am I?
how I'm looking
what am
here.
I doing?
And then you do it a
How did
second
you
later.
get
Watch.
that Lenny Archuleta video on loop?
I just looped it, dude.
Well, because there's
is that
I guess,
copyright?
I guess it's not monetized.
It's not monetized.
No
It's
commercials.
AI's got it all
No
figured out.
commercials.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm telling you. I tell you guys.
Thanks for all
That's
the views.
copyrighted.
But I have like 100 views.
Thanks for all the
Or like 50 views.
And that's what technology does. It's true. He's gonna have a lot of views. Wow, I got 100 views right there. That was pretty slick, you know. And you know, you
That's
look
the
at
new monetary. That's what I was trying to remember.
Monetized.
Everybody's likes and all this. They use
Yeah,
that
see, a
much.
lot of people don't understand that. See, like a lot of the things I post and stuff, of course, it's all
Monetized.
monetized. It's like, if you're a public figure, it's monetized. You can monetize.
Monetized.
It's monetized.
Doesn't sound like that,
monetized.
It's,
Monetized.
it's
What
like
is it?
Bitcoin. Get your GG
Getting free
Bitcoin.
stuff.
Got the money.
Getting free stuff, making money on Instagram, TikTok.
I am too.
I heard some dude was saying he got like a washer and dryer. What was it? Washer and dryer?
On TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
No, on
Yeah.
TikTok Shop.
On the
No.
There's
TikTok
a lot
shop.
of
Not
stuff
bought it.
on-
He gets.
Oh, got sent it.
Because they're like.
Because they
Oh,
want him to review his
I
the
guess.
things.
I
yeah.
don't
A
know.
washer and a
He's a
dryer?
skateboarder.
Oh, why a
So-
washer and dryer? That's
I don't know.
I always tell
That's what he
Gio.
was saying. I think
I
it was
always-
washer and dryer.
I always like to tell G. I says, "Oh, I
Or a
seen you on
sauna.
TikTok. You seen me on TikTok? Yeah, it didn't look good."
Oh.
I was
She's
telling
like,
all
what,
that
you
stuff.
did?
Useless.
What? What?
No, she's like,
What? No.
No.
It was actually a sauna.
no.
Sauna,
Why
what
did I
is
say
that?
washer and dryer?
I don't know.
A sauna, you get in and sweat it out at the
I-
gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
In the sauna,
He
you
got
got-
a
I did
sauna.
like
That's
that.
what he got. Wow, sauna.
That's so
What?
weird.
That's wild.
So
I'm gonna have to look at that video again, see what he got.
we're already on our last point of our hour. It looked like Jared disappeared forever. I don't know.
I thought he got locked out.
Did he?
No.
Did you tell him it's still open?
Yeah.
So.
Is that what he said? He said he got
He
locked
did.
out?
No. Grandpa said make sure you didn't get locked out.
Oh.
Because you know,
Yeah, he got
sometimes
locked out there.
the Zumba will go and lock all the doors before
Right.
they leave.
Oh.
They just make sure that
I
lock
want
is
to go to
in.
Zumba.
He's I'm gonna go cruise with the Honda and get me a Red Bull.
Maybe.
go to the dispenser. No, I don't know.
Go to December. See, it's got,
Go
we
to
have
the
closed
store.
captions, so everything you say does come out on closed captions of what you're saying.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
And that's for the hearing impaired, anybody who cannot hear us or hearing impaired, you can actually, we have closed captions for the hearing impaired, so. AI takes care of everything in here, we just look around, let it all flow. And it's really interesting how far and how advanced KUHS and UHS has come. And you know, it's thanks to you guys who have put this together, and that's why I call this an epic show, because we have not all been together in one hit. And
Yeah.
it's finally here, it's finally happened. And so, starting out with you,
God,
Gia,
it's here, we're here.
do shout outs to whoever you want to shout out to,
You
because
got
they'll be
us all
watching
here.
this.
Is it?
Go.
She don't have a shout out ready.
She don't have her shout outs
Oh,
ready.
I have mine.
Oh my god. Shout out.
To
Shout out to. I don't know.
Amaya, shout
Amaya.
out Amaya.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's all I have.
Name 'em all.
That's
too.
all. No, you have
Okay.
Amaya,
To all
your
her
mom,
friends,
your dad,
all
your
my mom,
brothers,
Oh,
others,
yeah.
lovers, mothers,
Oh
sons,
yeah,
former
shout out
roommate.
my brother. His birthday was yesterday.
Ah.
Shout out Leo. I don't know if you're watching, but slay. Go follow my Instagram at Monet Baby. And that's all.
Sweet.
There you go. Oh, you already have yours. Go.
I already got one. I was about to take it.
So let's keep doing. You
Go,
finish
go.
your
Going?
shout
Is
out.
it my turn?
Yeah,
now?
I'm done with my shout out.
Good.
Shout out to everybody that's supported us. I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching, and yeah, shout out to all my friends out there if they see us. My family, love you, peace. KUHS, UHS.
Boom.
Shout out to Mom, Pearl, Henry.
Oh yeah,
Pearl.
shout
Shout out to Jared, wherever you are.
Shout out to Jared.
D-Spot
Jared
Barbers.
left the building.
Hey, he
never
didn't get to
came
tell you
back.
about D-Spot Barbers, did he? So that was another thing that he
Well, let's
did
talk
really
about
awesome.
G-Spot
So
Barbers.
shout
I
out to
mean, you
G-Spot.
forgot. You know, you could talk about it, or whoever.
Shout out to my brother
Let's
Jared.
go about G-Spot Barbers. He left the studio.
If he sees
thought
this
he got
later,
lost
shout
out,
out, bro.
locked out, never came back.
Goodbye.
Shout out to Pearl.
Yeah, for real.
Love
All
Pearl.
the family.
Hi,
Want
Pearl.
to see y'all.
Shout out to the Perez's, the Archuletas,
Yeah.
my dad for making this all possible throughout my life.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that were down with UHS. All of
Yeah.
you know who you are.
All of them.
I'm not gonna start saying names because some of you may be left out. Shouts out to all my friends in the running community.
We were just
all the
talking
runners
about him,
out
so he's
there,
gotta
the
come back.
B-boys,
He hurt me.
skateboarders, UHS, all the
How-
people
how was
at the skate
breakfast,
shop.
Jared?
Oh, do your
All
shout
the
out, do
people
your
at the
shout out.
skate
Before he
shop.
does the shout out, let's talk about G-Spot Barbershop.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
No, you have to. That's what we were
I
talking
just
about.
went and got me a burrito. It was pre-ordered by one of my friends, so I had to run and grab me a burrito. And
See, we
But
knew you
anyway,
were going to Beltrons.
See, it's hard to get us here. We got Jared, and now he's back.
well, sometimes I feel like I talk too much anyway.
No,
so.
let's talk about the G-Spot Barbershop.
It's once upon a
Jared
time,
will take over the
it was
show.
good and great. Good thing for my brothers that had the hair to cut to help me.
Hey, that's how it started. Remember? That's how it
Well, yeah,
started.
you gotta be humble in this life. You
Yeah.
gotta make
Our
sure
hair.
that the things that you like to do in life is more humbling and it makes you feel like you want to love things. It's a hairy business, but someone's got to do it. You know? I had to go grab me a burrito.
It's a hairy business.
And then since I'm down in Thornton, since we live in Denver now, I love the Azteca burrito. So shout out to them. That's where Perla's Cafe used to be. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah, that's how
I
Your
love
barbershop?
barbering. If you
Your
shout out to.
barbershop? Talk about
Shout
your
out to
barbershop
them,
real
too.
quick.
So walking in what you guys are talking about, shout out to the shop because we all put it together. From the plumbing to the name, instead of it being just Jared's Barbershop, we wanted to have a little spin, so we named it the G-Spot Barbershop. So
You got all the way to Jay Leno.
it got all the way to Jay Leno. So it like put us on
Yeah.
the map, and I don't put myself there. It was all of us
It's
that
a
did
nice
it.
show,
It blew up. We were one of the first ones to do that, and now everybody's kind of copied that blueprint. But one day I'll write my memoir, and and you guys will know what the legends were like back then.
Yeah.
Lenny's gonna be.
Remember what Rockefeller told you?
Oh yeah, the Rockefeller. She used to dance with
Quick step.
but even she
Jared
was.
was battling them. Come on.
She danced with
Battle.
Janet Jackson. If you guys are familiar with If, the tour If, she was Rockefeller was the dancer, and we went dancing one night, and she was like, "Give me props." So that was a highlight
that's
of my
right.
dancing career. She hugged me, was like, "You guys are so good," and we battled.
It was in Boulder.
But just to
huh?
shout out to the barber thing to end this, if I walked in late, is if anybody's going to do that as like if you're following us as a family and if you want to go to the next step, barbering and doing hair or anything like that's awesome. If you want to create a shop, I just rather people get their license. I'm not going to say nothing Venezuelans and you guys better get your damn license because having not to me. Well, I don't
Don't
know.
say the V word, bro.
He
It's
said the
okay,
V word.
but people should just start putting because you're elevating us
It's
as
okay
humans.
now, man.
So barbering, you need to get your license, people. Like enough with the not getting your license and acting like you're better than someone that's paved the way for you. It's gonna be in my memoir, so my book should be out in 2028. So look forward to beginning. No, but anyway, I
Yeah.
love this family. I love you guys, and just shout out to the barber. G-Spot was always such a cool thing. If you guys are gonna create it with good love because that's what people want to come hang out. See what the high school team, if you guys got blew out or not. You know, some people wanted to stay inside and watch video games and do video games. Get outside and root for your local team, you know. So
Now, you know what was
get cold a
funny?
little bit.
I gotta make this mention.
So I love you guys all. Radio station, go
You
ahead.
see how big this guy is and what he looks like. Monet and Gia says, everybody's afraid of their dad. All the guys don't want to come out. Look,
Oh,
go,
shit.
look at your dad.
Well, I love my girls, and I'm a
So
soft teddy
tell
bear.
them about
but
that. What is like?
So he
having
shakes their
this-
hand and
giant.
breaks their.
Yeah, he goes and
Always.
shakes their hand. and
I have to
says,
wrestle with him lots of times.
Always. Tell us about that. It's so funny.
No, I think people think he looks scary, but when they meet him and like they talk to him,
Yeah.
it's
Then you
different
realize,
story.
He looks scary, big ass guy.
Yeah,
Because
oh,
he's
he's
just
a
a
nice
bigger
guy.
guy, you know, he
With
has
his
tattoos.
tattoos.
People are always like, oh, did he go to prison or something?
Oh.
Tell him, yeah.
Going to prison.
Yeah.
Don't let-
so you
don't-
gotta watch out.
Don't let
They
her
hurt some people. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't see my ex the driver's license. She said I looked like I was in jail in that one. It's an awful picture, but I couldn't stop laughing when she told me that. You look like you went to jail in there, but no jail.
Those pictures they take of you, they're all.
You just-
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awful. It was
Yeah.
awful.
You're just the dad, you know, that they
It's
always
in
talk
greens.
about. You know.
Well,
that's
that
what's
you
like
yeah. So at the end
My
of the day-
daughters, and then they always act like he has a shotgun because they're not gonna date my daughter.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So
just
he
don't.
already has the fear factor.
He's
with
not,
it,
though,
yeah.
Jared's not.
Fear factor.
Yeah.
All I was gonna say this is that don't be afraid to have dinner with me, and and no, you guys be afraid. I was gonna say.
Don't be afraid of it. I'll have dinner with you, baby.
Sweet, huh?
No
I'll
shout-outs?
I'll buy you a
You
ribeye.
didn't
You need a
shout-outs.
ribeye? With
Rib-
mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes?
Potatoes
Make
and
sure
a
there's
ribeye
taters
steak?
on there.
Yeah.
And cornbread.
Cornbread.
It's a
Make sure you
bum,
had a
bum.
cornbread.
Cornbread's good.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Shout out to the
Who used
people
to
that
make
make
it?
the good cornbread.
Shout out to the aunties who used to make good cornbread.
Oh, yeah,
Who
right.
used to make it?
And if you have daughters and good daughters, just make sure that you domesticate them a little bit. Make sure that,
Oh.
not a bad word,
Ooh.
but if you have a good son
Hold
out there
on,
that needs a
rewind.
good woman, I'm teaching my girls if they have
Free
that
game,
to
free game.
go, like cook a good meal, cook the cornbread, like.
Cook the corn
But if you
bread.
ain't doing that, then you're gonna have a scary dad after you.
Scary dad.
Cornbread, no.
Is that right for both of you? Your dad is scary?
No,
No,
not scary.
No, he's
Nah,
not scary,
dude,
not to
cool.
you guys.
I just remember breaking with these guys all the time.
Breakdancing.
B-boying.
So-
Breakdance is the commercial term.
We were on.
Oh yeah,
we
breaking
were
in
on
the
your
Olympics.
last.
We didn't even talk
Breakdancer.
about breaking in the Olympics
give him,
next
give,
time.
give him props out.
I
Okay, we
kind of
did-
talked
we did
about
remember
it.
back
Everybody
here?
give shops out.
I kind
You
of
gave
said a
props
word
out,
about
Jared?
it.
Yeah.
Everybody done
One
with
more,
props?
one more.
Okay.
Shouts
one-
out to our dog Gummy Bear. He's
Oh yeah, to
been
the
Rest in
dogs, all
peace.
the dogs.
about 10 years, but
Gummy
I
bear.
hope he's in a better place.
What about Hey Lukey?
He's hanging out with Mr. Oh yeah, and then shouts out to my rest in peace Roger Rice.
They were even part
Great
of it.
guy. He's like a grandpa in a round. No, but Gummy Bear, I wish you were here, man.
Yeah, the gummy
I hope you're in a
boards,
better place.
man.
Gummy Bear's the shit.
The gummy boards.
The best dog you ever have.
And so a lot of that is part of this
Gummy board, bear,
KUHS,
skateboard.
UHS, and the grands who have taken it another step further as they progress. They see this thing. I look fat. You can't say that on.
I'm just playing.
You're live.
Suck it in, Holly.
Okay, suck it in.
It's the big Jersey. I need my pads.
Hey, you
Give
can't
a
tell
big
with
shout
that
out
big
to
jersey.
everybody who is watching. This is a KUHS production brought to you by KUHS Entertainments presents a special show. And finally, we put it together for you, the whole crew who's behind the scenes, putting this all together for you. I don't do this by myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it. I don't do this by myself.
So support us.
You showed the
Support
guys
us
behind the scenes.
This is behind the
with
scenes.
love. Don't hate no more. We put on for this city. You know what I'm saying?
We put on for this city. For the world is what you guys been doing. If you look at this, it's from Moscow to Gustavo, Bangkok, Thailand, which is,
Look how
of course,
many people are
Bangkok,
here in
Thailand, where
Denver
there's
now, compared to
Greg
Bangkok.
Rashid. We have Greg Rashid
He
in
loves
Bangkok,
saying that
Thailand.
word, don't you, Dad?
Broadcast back this way.
That's where-
Bangkok.
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 No, Jared.
I'm sorry. I went to the gutter.
St. Petersburg.
You guys were here from Bangkok.
No, no.
Just
Shit.
like-
That's
You
too
made
hot
me,
for the
made
mic.
me flush. I'm
Come
bad for the
on.
lights so you can't see the red.
But yeah, right on. Shouts out, guys.
Okay, so before we get
KUHS.
going, we're
Love
gonna stand
everybody.
up and
We're
we're
gonna
gonna,
dance?
we're
So
gonna
dancing
dance.
again?
And dance our way out of here.
I'm gonna dance with the burrito.
We're gonna dance our
Dance
way out
out?
of here.
Oh, do we dance out of here?
Dance out or dance?